Do you ever wonder why your reality hasn't shifted despite all the wisdom you've gathered? It's because the universe doesn't respond to effort. It responds to your vibration. Thoth, the ancient master, understood this truth millennia ago. He left a secret message hidden within his teachings. A message that reveals itself only when you are vibrating at the correct frequency. Today, you will learn how to align your vibration with the true creative force of your reality and uncover what has been preventing you from accessing what is rightfully yours. This isn't merely a theory, it's an activation. By the end, you'll grasp why, when you vibrate correctly, reality has no choice but to align with your true self. Have you ever considered why certain sounds affect you so profoundly? Some melodies calm you, others send shivers down your spine, and a few seem to touch a place deep within your being? This isn't coincidence, it's vibration, and the ancients possessed an extraordinary understanding of it. In ancient Egypt, temples served not just as places of worship, but as sophisticated vibrational laboratories. The intricate symbols carved into their walls were far more than mere decoration. Every line, every angle, every pattern had a precise purpose: to transmit specific frequencies. They were quite literally drawing sound. These designs, when activated by voice, drum, or breath, generated waves that profoundly altered the consciousness of those present. These powerful frequencies are still embedded in the stone, awaiting those who know how to perceive them. Hermes Trismegistus, known to the Egyptians as Thoth, encoded this profound wisdom into sound formulas. These weren't meant to be read, but felt. When played, even imperfectly, these formulas resonate within the human body, unlocking something ancient, a forgotten memory, a long-lost sensation, an unexplainable yet instantly recognized energy.
This is why certain sounds can bring tears to your eyes.
Without a clear reason, they touch a layer beyond the rational mind. It's as if an inner voice whispers, "I remember this, even if I don't recall when I heard it." A well-known example today is the 432 Hz frequency. This isn't just arbitrary meditation music from the internet. This frequency is in perfect sync with the natural heartbeat, with the rhythm of nature, and with the Earth's own vibration. When you enter this energetic field, a profound shift occurs. Your body relaxes, your mind stills, and your energy effortlessly begins to organize itself. This happens because this frequency resonates with your true essence, not your social identity or chaotic thoughts, but your core vibrational being. You don't need to intellectually understand it. You feel it, you know it, and you enter a state of coherence. Ancient Egyptians harnessed this understanding for healing, alignment, and even the expansion of consciousness. What's truly astonishing is that this knowledge was meticulously recorded in temples like Dendera, where ceilings display astrological symbols and sound waves carved side by side, as if to declare that the sky and sound are two facets of the same creative force. So why was all this forgotten? Or rather, intentionally hidden? Because whoever controls sound controls vibration, and whoever controls vibration controls reality itself. The ancients knew it was possible to shift emotional, physical, and mental states solely through sound frequency. They didn't rely on external distractions or artificial stimuli. They understood how to access the real through the invisible. Here lies the core truth. Sound, when pure and intentional, doesn't just fill the air, it penetrates the body. It restructures the water within your cells, alters thought patterns, and creates vibrational states where healing and manifestation occur naturally. This isn't esoteric fantasy. It's physics. It's vibration applied to consciousness. So, when you hear 432 Hz, or find yourself in a place that seems to vibrate in harmony with you, pay attention. Your body recognizes what your mind may not yet comprehend. What you're experiencing is more than relaxation. It's a profound realignment. Yet few realize there's something even deeper, something Thoth reserved for those who were truly ready. This goes beyond sound. It's about presence, a divine electricity. When God moves, presence isn't just attention, it's conduction. When the body is truly present, it allows energy to flow with greater clarity, and that's when something astonishing unfolds. What the ancients called life, what modern science terms bioelectricity, by what masters referred to as spirit, all reveal themselves as one: electrical energy in motion. This force has always been within you, it's not external. It pulses through every cell, every particle that composes your being. We are not speaking symbolically, but of real electric current, of pulses that move through your nervous system, signals traveling at incredible speeds, enabling your heartbeat, muscle movement, and mental function. Despite this constant interactivity, you often live as if disconnected. The Thoth proclaimed, "Electricity is God in motion." What does this mean? It signifies that the force you call life is precisely the same force that moves galaxies, generates lightning, or ignites a star. When that energy manifests within the human body, it becomes embodied consciousness. If this force resides within you, there is no separation between you and the source. You are not just a part of it, you're the energy itself in expression. The challenge is that over time, you've drifted from this inherent force. You've absorbed noise, overload, and interference. You've permitted negative thoughts, unhealed traumas, and heavy emotions to disrupt the natural flow of divine energy. When this occurs, your energetic field begins to lose coherence. Your vibration becomes disorganized, and your body responds with fatigue, anxiety, or illness. However, here's the crucial insight. When you return to coherence, your body naturally heals itself, not because you made a conscious mental effort, but because energy has resumed its rightful natural flow. This is not a miracle. It is vibrational physics nature returning to its inherent course. This state of coherence is now recognized even by neuroscience and quantum physics. When the brain and heart synchronize, when mind and body align in the same vibrational state, energy flows steadily. The body's electromagnetic field expands, clarity intensifies, emotions stabilize, and the immune system improves. More importantly, you feel it. You don't analyze it. You feel centered, whole, as if you've returned home. Thoth understood this long before any laboratory could prove it, which is why he called electricity the movement of God. Because there is no division between the spiritual and the biological, between the invisible and the tangible. Everything is a vibrational expression of the same original force. But there's something even more powerful. Key that can activate this force directly, vibrating within language itself. Command that, when used correctly, instantly alters your field. This command isn't secret, it's spoken daily, yet the world has forgotten how to wield its power. It's one of the shortest phrases in human language, yet one of the most potent. When you utter "I am," you're not merely describing yourself. You're emitting a frequency, a vibrational signature that shapes the field around you, a direct order to the universe. However, there's a crucial detail most people overlook. That order only works when delivered with presence. This is where things often go awry. Humanity began using "I am" automatically, mechanically, disconnectedly. I am tired, I am anxious, I am unlucky. Phrases that seem harmless, yet constantly activate low-frequency energy patterns. The more we repeat these declarations, the more they manifest as reality. Not because the universe intends to punish, but because it simply responds to the command given. Saint Germain, recognized as a great master of the White Brotherhood, stated with profound clarity, "I am the resurrection and the life. I am abundance. I am the governing presence." He didn't speak these words as an empty mantra. He understood their power. He vibrated with authority, with conviction, with awareness. This is precisely what Thoth subtly taught in Egypt. Initiates learn that all creation begins with an inner statement, and this statement, once spoken, becomes an energetic seal, a vibrational decree. There is no neutrality in this field. Every time you say "I am," you are creating, even unconsciously, even out of habit. Creation continues. This is why so many people find themselves repeating the same experiences, the same cycles, the same patterns, because their vibrational field is being fed daily by unconscious affirmations. And the universe, which only understands vibration, continues to obey. The phrase "I am" is like a key. Used with clarity, it opens portals. Used in a distorted way, it closes paths. It's like programming a system with incorrect codes and then feeling frustrated when the desired result doesn't appear. But the system isn't broken, it's simply following the command it received. When you declare, "I am love," something in the field aligns. When you say, "I am lost," something in the field collapses. Words are not just words, they are sound fields, thought forms, dense or subtle vibrations that propagate and weave the fabric of reality around you. The most challenging part is that this isn't about empty repetition. You can say "I am light" 1,000 times and nothing may happen. This is because true activation only occurs when you feel what you are declaring, when your thought, emotion, and body vibrate in perfect alignment with what is being said. That's when the magic happens. Not magic as an illusion, but magic as in forgotten science. The ancient I Am is a primordial code, a reminder that you are an active participant in the whole, and by declaring your identity, you are shaping your experience. This is why enlightened masters never used I Am in vain. They understood that each time they spoke, they were rewriting their own reality. But what few people realize is that I Am alone is not enough. The reason lies in a silent, almost imperceptible mechanism that connects your thoughts, emotions, and words in an energetic dance that determines your entire vibration. It's at this juncture that most people unknowingly sabotage their own frequency. Words are living vibrations. They create reality. This is where many go wrong. They believe it's enough to say the right things, repeat positive phrases, or maintain elevated speech. But true vibration isn't solely in what you say, it's in what you carry behind your words. The word is just the shell. What shapes reality is the frequency emanating from within you. You can say, "I'm fine," with a smile, yet still emit fear, insecurity, or sadness. The universe doesn't listen to your mouth. It feels your vibration, and vibration doesn't lie. The word is a container, a vehicle that carries the energetic content of your consciousness. It can be a portal or a prison. It can open paths or reinforce blocks. This is why the ancients treated words with such reverence. In Egypt, Greece, and the Vedic traditions of India, sound was considered sacred not for its external form, but for the vibrational impact it produced. Today, science can even measure how different words affect physical structures. Experiments with water crystals demonstrate that words like love and gratitude form harmonic, symmetrical geometries, while words like hate or anger produce distorted, chaotic patterns. This isn't cheap esotericism. It's frequency, sound-shaping matter. If water responds this way, imagine what occurs within your body, which is approximately 70% water. Every time you speak, you send that vibration into yourself before it reaches anyone else. The word affects your inner field before it touches the outer. Here's an uncomfortable truth. You might be energetically sabotaging yourself. Daily, with seemingly harmless phrases like "I'm terrible with money," "I'm always late," "My memory is awful," or "My life is a mess." These phrases, uttered out of habit, are programming your energetic field to repeat exactly what you declare. Now, consider the cumulative effect of a lifetime of negative phrases, repeated daily, charged with real emotion, creating vibrational tracks that shape what you attract, how people treat you, the challenges that arise, and the opportunities that drift away. Lao Tzu understood this. He didn't speak in motivational language, but in vibrational cycles. Watch your thoughts, for they become words. Words become actions. Actions become destiny. It's a chain, a process that begins subtly and ends tangibly. It starts in the invisible and culminates in the physical. This is why, by elevating the vibration of your words, you begin to change the entire manifestation trajectory of your life. It's not about thinking positively as an escape from reality. It's about responsibly choosing the type of frequency you wish to expand. But for this to work, there must be coherence. You can speak the word peace and vibrate war, utter gratitude and emit resentment, or declare "I am light." With a body filled with guilt, in such cases, the word becomes empty. When the word is empty, it doesn't create, only repeats. Living vibration only occurs when the word is charged with true intention, when your body, mind, and feeling are in sync with what is being said. That's when it transforms into a creative sound. That's when it reorganizes the field, unlocks paths, and dissolves resistance, and you feel the difference instantly. But what almost no one understands is that this alignment begins before speech. It starts in the invisible space between what is thought, what is felt, and what is expressed. In that space, most people lose control of their own frequency without even realizing it. What follows is not a metaphor or an unsubstantiated spiritual theory. It is a realization that spans philosophy, psychology, and now physics. The reality you experience is not objective. It is shaped by how your mind interprets the world, and that interpretation depends on the frequency you are emitting. Immanuel Kant, one of history's greatest philosophers, stated this centuries ago. He didn't discuss the law of attraction or subtle energy, but he clearly said what you see is not the world itself. It's a version of the world filtered through the categories of your mind. This means no one perceives reality as it truly is. Each person sees a fraction of it based on the lens they've learned to use, and that lens is not neutral. It was shaped by experiences, traumas, repetitions, and inherited patterns. All of this combined forms a vibrational filter, a field that interprets everything that comes your way. The same situation can appear as an opportunity to one person and a disaster to another, not because the objective facts changed, but because the filter did. For example, when someone is vibrating in a state of scarcity, that filter distorts everything. Even when opportunities arise, the person only sees what could go wrong. They doubt, self-sabotage, and refuse before even trying. They believe they are being cautious, when in reality, they are prisoners of their own frequency.
Right.
Conversely, someone in a vibrational state of gratitude sees abundance where others only perceive lack. This isn't because they live in a fairy tale, but because their energetic field is tuned to notice the openings, the signs, the clear paths. The most fascinating aspect is that, over time, this perception feeds itself. The more possibilities you see, the more they appear. The more doors you notice, the more doors open. It's like a quantum mirror. The universe reflects your internal reality, your vibration. This reflection isn't instantaneous, depends on consistency. Reality doesn't respond to fleeting desires, right? It responds to the frequency you sustain. This is where many give up. They try to vibrate gratitude for a day or two, then revert to the scarcity pattern, and then declare it doesn't work. But your energetic field doesn't respond to attempts. It responds to vibrational consistency, to the sum of what you think, feel, and believe when no one is watching. That's why the true work is not external. It's not about changing your surroundings, your job, your city, or your partner. It's about changing the very foundation of perception that shapes your experience. It's about looking inward and adjusting the field that defines what you see, what you understand is possible, and what you believe you are capable of living. The mind creates the structure, but that structure is flexible. It can be remade, reprogrammed. It all begins with a simple act: observing what you have been assuming is truth. What words do you repeat? What emotions do you feed? What stories have you told yourself so many times that they've become your reality? This is an invitation to awareness, not to induce paranoia, but to reclaim control. It's about stopping the cycle of reacting to the world and instead consciously shaping it from a higher vibration. However, there's a subtle detail that few notice. Even when the mind changes, even when emotion transforms, there remains one final transition point that must be crossed, something many ignore. Yet it determines whether this new vibration will truly take root or collapse before it manifests. You eat the vibration you manifest. It's not enough to simply change your thoughts or generate elevated emotions. If the body doesn't sustain the vibration, the field will collapse. This is why so many feel they improve for a while, only to revert to their starting point. The body is the base, the foundation, the antenna. This antenna is quantum because your body isn't made of solid matter. That's merely how it appears. Physics has already demonstrated that the atoms forming each of your cells are not rigid blocks. They are nuclei with almost empty space around them, vibrating space, space full of possibilities. Technically, what you perceive as a body is a set of probabilities vibrating at high speed. What does this signify? That you are more energy than matter, that you are vibration condensed into physical form. And if everything within you is constantly vibrating, then you can directly influence how that vibration is organized. This explains phenomena like self-healing, sensations of expansion, and spontaneous realignments. It's not a miracle. It's your energetic field reorganizing from the inside out. Your body responds to the vibration you sustain, and more than that, it projects that vibration, communicates with the environment, with people, with situations. Your energy field is like a constant broadcast, sending signals to the universe about who you are being in that moment, and the universe responds according to that signal. But if the vibration isn't anchored in the physical body, it won't hold. It's like trying to tune into a radio station with a damaged antenna. The signal comes and goes, loses strength, breaks up. Then comes the frustration, the feeling that nothing works for me, when in fact, the issue lies in the body's vibrational foundation. And here we arrive at a point few take seriously. The energy you consume, what enters your body defines the frequency it can sustain. This includes food, sleep, and environment. Everything you absorb vibrates within you. Food isn't just fuel, it's information. Each food carries a vibrational pattern. Living, natural, whole foods carry organized, coherent fields aligned with nature. They nourish not only your cells, but your energetic field. Processed, artificial, intoxicating foods carry disorganized, fragmented frequencies that disrupt your vibration. Have you noticed how certain foods make you feel slower, heavier, or more irritable? It's not just psychological, it's vibrational. What you eat changes what you feel, and what you feel changes what you emit, and what you emit determines what you experience. The same applies to sleep. Sleeping isn't merely physical rest. It's a deep process of energetic reboot. While you sleep, your nervous system recalibrates your body's vibration. Your brain's frequency changes, and your field reorganizes. If you don't sleep well, you cannot sustain any high vibration for long. This is why tired, stressed, poorly nourished people, even when they desire to change their lives, cannot maintain the energetic field needed to support a new reality. Their body is vibrating chaos, and the universe simply responds with more of the same. And there's another crucial factor few consider: the environment. The place you live, the objects around you, the people you interact with, they'll carry frequency, and those frequencies interfere with your field. Environments filled with noise, visual clutter, artificial lighting, and excessive technology generate interference, pulling you away from your original frequency. Conversely, places with nature, silence, natural light, and visual harmony restore your field, as if reconnecting you to the pulse of life. Nature is a base frequency, vibrates in alignment with the matrix of creation. This is why you feel at peace when you walk barefoot on the ground, listen to the sound of water, or breathe the air around trees. It's not just relaxation, it's realignment with your original field. The more you neglect this, the further you drift from your vibrational potential, because you're attempting to change your life with a misaligned antenna, full of static, blocked by patterns your body can no longer sustain. Yet here's an ancient secret that few know. Even if you meticulously care for your diet, sleep, and environment, there's still a practice forgotten over time that elevates your vibration with almost immediate force. It was utilized in temples, preserved by initiates, and now, little by little, it is resurfacing. Secret message. Everything changes when you vibrate correctly. For millennia, this practice was reserved only for initiates, not out of spiritual elitism, but because it required something the modern world has almost forgotten: surrender, total presence, true connection with body, mind, and spirit. And that is precisely why it works. Meditation, Reiki, sound therapy, acupuncture, these practices are not fleeting trends or superficial fixes. They are tuning portals, tools to adjust your inner frequency, dissolve interference, and allow your energetic field to remember its original structure. When you meditate, you're not just calming your mind, you're clearing vibrational residue. When you receive Reiki or are exposed to harmonic sound frequencies, you're allowing your energy field to be reorganized with patterns of greater coherence. It's like tuning your own internal instrument. The reality you experience is directly linked to the level of vibrational organization you sustain. And these rituals exist precisely to return you to that state of coherence. You don't need to intellectually comprehend how it happens, because your body understands. It responds before your mind does. When you achieve that subtle alignment, you no longer have to struggle against the world. Reality begins to cooperate with you. This is where what many call miracles happen. But they are not miracles in the religious sense. They are the natural results of a clean, centered, and whole vibrational field. Physical healing occurs because the body finally has the space to self-regenerate. Opportunities arise because the field ceases repelling and begins attracting what is in the same vibration. Relationships change, cycles end, and things begin to flow. Not because the external world changed, but because your frequency became compatible with what you previously couldn't access. And this doesn't require grand rituals or complex ceremonies. Sometimes 5 minutes of conscious breathing changes everything. Sometimes a moment of silence away from the noise is enough for the field to begin reorganizing. But it requires intention, awareness, and a willingness to stop operating on autopilot. You were not made to live in noise, nor to be carried away by disordered thoughts, nor by external stimuli that constantly fragment your attention. You were born with a unique vibrational field, which functions fully only when in harmony. And all these tools exist to remind your system of who it truly is. These practices are like compasses. They don't create the vibration within you, they simply remove what is preventing you from vibrating as who you already are. They cleanse, tune, reorder, and when the field finds its point of harmony, everything begins to shift effortlessly, because the right frequency doesn't have to be forced, it simply is. It expresses itself, it manifests. And that's why Thoth, the master who understood the most subtle layers of existence, left a message that can only be understood by those who have journeyed this path to the end. A message that changes everything, not because it brings a magic formula, but because it reveals what has always been right in front of you, waiting for the right moment to be activated. If this message resonated with you, please write in the comments. I choose to vibrate differently from now on. This isn't just a comment, it's a vibrational signal, an anchoring in the field. And if you felt that this content truly touched you, and you wish to help this channel continue spreading this wisdom around the world, there's a link in the pinned comment where you can contribute directly to the project. Your support makes all the difference, not just for this channel, but for everyone who will still be reached by this vibration. Before you go, a special video has been selected for you to continue this journey. It's appearing on the screen now. Click on it, and I'll see you there.